Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Loomer Unleashed. I'm your host, Laura Loomer. And on today's episode of Loomer Unleashed, we're going to talk about all of the amazing Trump rallies that are currently taking place this week all across the country, especially here on the ground in the state of Florida, in support of President Donald Trump. You see, last week it was reported that various law enforcement agencies were having meetings in preparation for a possible Trump indictment and arrest this week by the Manhattan District Attorney, Alvin Bragg, who is, of course, a communist, Soros-funded political operative who just has a complete vendetta against President Donald Trump. And so in response, President Trump took to his Truth Social account over the weekend and he called on people to take their country back and to protest. In the villages, I caught up with a lot of the pro-Trump demonstrators who were rallying in support of President Trump. They are from Villagers for Trump, the largest Trump club in the entire country. And after that, there were several other rallies in support of President Trump in Citrus County and Marion County and other parts of Florida as well.
Hey everybody!
Hey, how you doing?
How's everybody doing tonight?
That's M-A-G-A! Make America great again!
We wouldn't be in war at all!
Make America great again!
It seems like every single car in the villages was honking in support of President Trump. And mind you, these were seniors who showed up in their golf carts to rally at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and they stood out in the sun. It was pretty hot outside, and they were out there waving their signs, dancing with their golf carts, in their Trump hats and their Trump shirts. And what was really interesting too is to see how much the news is just lying. All the fake news and these fake polls surrounding this, I guess the media wants to call it a competition between Governor Ron DeSantis, or Ron DeSanctimonious, as we like to call him, and President Donald Trump. It's no secret that Ron DeSantis is going to be primarying President Donald Trump in 2024 in an effort to make it to the White House. I think it's pretty obvious, given all the polling and the nonstop media appearances on Fox News and the book tour disguised as a shadow presidential campaign, that Ron DeSantis is, in fact, running for president in 2024. I found it really interesting because during the rallies, I asked voters, Republican voters who voted for both President Trump and, of course, Governor Ron DeSantis to be their governor, what they thought about Governor DeSantis trying to run against Donald Trump. Take a listen.
You're obviously out here today. Why did you come out on a weekday afternoon to support President Trump?
The weather's nice, the people out here are great, and I feel it's our duty to support our president.
Right. So, did you vote for Governor DeSantis for governor?
Yes.
And what do you think about reports that he's going to be running against Donald Trump in 2024?
I think that's sad. I wish they'd wait maybe after Trump wins the election again to go there. I don't know if a running mate as vice president would work. They're two both strong people. So I think I wished he would wait. In fact, doesn't he have some issues there trying to run for president and being the governor? I wish he.
Yeah, that's why he's trying to change the law right now so that he can not have to resign. And so it sounds like you're for Trump. If it comes down to Trump and DeSantis, you're voting Trump.
Oh, yes.
These are grassroots Republicans. You are a grassroots Republican voter if you are going to stand out on a street corner in the hot sun in Florida weather and wave a Trump flag. You don't see any of these people waving Ron DeSantis flags. You don't see any of them supporting Ron DeSantis. And in fact, the one lady who we did encounter, a lovely lady who voted for me when I ran for Congress in 2022, who was wearing a Trump DeSantis 2024 shirt, was actually covering her shirt, the part that said DeSantis, with her sign, because she has now come to the realization that President Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis are not going to run together, but Ron DeSantis is in fact going to be running against President Donald Trump. Listen to these other clips and hear for yourself what actual real voters, I'm not talking about fake pollsters and news reporters who are anti-Trump, I'm talking about real Republican grassroots activists who were on the ground talking about who they were going to support in 2024. Take a listen.
I was really hoping that DeSantis would put his ego aside and it's not his turn. It's not his turn, but I was hoping Trump, DeSantis, and then DeSantis. I think it's one of the few ways that we could actually get 12 fabulous years.
After President Trump posted on Truth Social encouraging people to protest and take their country back, there were some mixed reviews from different conservatives. There were some people who said that they didn't want to protest at all, but we can't cower in fear. It's our First Amendment right. It is a bedrock of our society and what it means to be an American and live in the so-called freest country in the world. Maybe it used to be, not so much anymore. To be able to protest peacefully and rally and petition your government for grievances. And there's nothing wrong with holding signs and rallying in support of the greatest president we've ever had, President Donald Trump. It's great that so many patriots across the country took it upon themselves to rally in support of President Trump. We saw that in New York City, where President Trump is originally from. The New York Young Republicans had a massive turnout where they had a very successful rally in support of President Trump. The counter demonstration that took place in front of Trump Tower, there were only about 2 people who showed up. I think I'm not going to believe the media next time they tell me that there's overwhelming support to have President Trump indicted and arrested. But I think the video speaks for itself. Thanks so much for tuning in to this episode of Loomer Unleashed. If you would like to receive more reports like this, please be sure you subscribe to my Substack today, lauraloomer.substack.com. I'm going to be producing a lot more video content like this, so also be sure you subscribe to my Rumble channel and my YouTube channel. You can go to lauraloomer.substack.com and subscribe for free. But if you would like to support my independent journalism so that I can keep providing you reports like this, you can upgrade your subscription for $7 per month or $70 per year. Also, please be sure you're following me on Twitter, Truth Social, Gab, and Getter at Laura Loomer. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, freedomlawschool.org. It's tax season, and if you need advice on your taxes, please contact the good folks at freedomlawschool.org and tell them that Laura Loomer sent you. See you next time on Loomer Unleashed.